Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hello, welcome back to another video. So today I will be doing the 30-day film challenge, but instead of answering one question a day, I will be answering them all in just one go. So instead this is like 30 film questions. So I just found it on the internet, and I thought it's like a fun way to like quiz myself, get to know me better, and get to know myself better with all film stuffs related and all that. So without further ado, let's go. The first film you saw at the cinema. The first film that I saw in the cinema was Spider-Man 2, I believe. I was 3 years old, and I still kind of remember it a little bit. Like, I remember the first time I walked into the cinema and the sounds were very loud and it scared me. A film we watched over and over as a child. I don't remember, like I don't recall myself watching it, but according to my mom, I watched Batman Returns a lot as a child. I do remember the film, but I don't remember watching it. A film that made you laugh out loud. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I don't know, I think it's the humor. Maybe I'm just like down with the humor. A film that starts with the first thing that came into my mind was The Suicide Squad. I don't know, maybe because I've seen it like 3 times this month already. A film that you think is underrated. Mamu, Patay na si Jesus, High Rise, Over the Moon, and Zola. I know Zola is like a bit recent, but I don't know, I just want more people to talk about it, I guess. So yeah. A film you put on when you feel sad. Usually I put on films that are like also sad because I like wallowing with my own emotions and just like being sad while I'm sad, like embracing sadness. But sometimes I also watch like just fun shows, movies, like MCU movies. I find them fun and like comforting, I guess. A film that you would love to see on the big screen. Maybe The Suicide Squad, because I've only seen it on my TV screen. I would love to see it on a big screen though, like seeing Starro that big on IMAX. That would be very like amazing and crazy. Another one that I really want to see on a big screen is Spider-Man No Way Home, which will be out in December this year. But like with the situation going on, especially here in my country, I don't know if the cinemas will open around that month. So that's a bit sad, but I really do want to see it on the big screen, That would be really fun. Your favorite film that is set in space. Passenger is not really like my favorite film, but I like the concept of 2 people together, just soulmates. And then I also like space and the galaxy, and Passenger has both of those, so I guess I kind of like that, but like it's not my favorite movie or my favorite space movie. But yeah, but I do like the idea of it, the concept of it. And I also really enjoyed Wall-E. Now that one I could say is like one of my favorite space movies. Another one that I like is maybe Guardians of the Galaxy, because they're just so fun. A film with a soundtrack you love. Wall-E and Up. I don't know, maybe like romantic soundtracks, and both of those has those, so yeah. A film that is also a book you love. I don't really read books. I know it's a shame, like what am I doing with my life? Illiterate. Wow, you can call me whatever you want to call me, but I think the only book that I've read that was made into a movie was Diary of a Wimpy Kid. But then even that I haven't even seen, so I don't know, I guess I don't have one. A film that made you cheer at the cinema. Avengers Endgame, definitely. Like, yeah, if you count Burn the Stage, BTS Burn the Stage, I also cheered and like I was very loud at the cinemas. But Actually, I love BTS, but watching Burn the Stage at the cinema was actually like my worst cinema experience ever. It was just chaotic and crazy. Avengers Endgame though, it was chaotic and crazy, but in a good way. It was very exciting, and I miss that feeling, just going to the cinema and like cheering at the movie, and also all the other people are like cheering with you. It was very emotional as well. A film that left you feeling confused. Inception, and I think you guys know why. It has an open ending, which I don't know, I did not find it satisfying. I was just like, what? I was like going crazy, like what does that mean, another one is Fight Club. To some people, maybe it's not confusing, but for me it's confusing. Maybe I'm just straight up stupid, I don't know. A film that made you want to travel. Call Me By Your Name, because it is visually pleasing. Like, Italy looked very pretty in that movie, and I'm sure it's also really pretty in real life. So yeah. Another one is Crazy Rich Asians, mostly because they're rich. Like, I want to be able to travel like them. I want to be as rich as them, and like, yeah, imagine like all the traveling you could do if you were that rich, if you were a Crazy Rich Asian. Your favorite film from your least favorite genre? I don't know, because I don't even know what my least favorite genre is. I haven't like figured it out yet. I don't know. I just like all movies, that's it. A film that broke your heart. It also has the word broke in it, which is Brokeback Mountain. The ending. Broke my heart. What else? A Star's Born, because we all know what happened in the end. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. I know that this movie ended in a good note, like the two lead characters ended up together, but if we're gonna talk about heartbreaking scenes, we all know that scene from Crazy Little Thing Called Love. It was very heartbreaking. I think people my age here in the Philippines have seen that movie when they were in elementary. I was like 10 when I saw that movie, and that was like that scene, that heartbreaking scene in the movie was my very first heartbreak.
ที่ปิ่นกับพี่ชนเป็นแฟนกัน สมกันดีนะคะ น่ารักจังเลย มีความสุขมากนะคะ
What else? Call Me By Your Name also broke my heart. Call Me By Your Name, especially Timothée Chalamet was able to capture that awkward first love experience as a teenager. So it's like, so you can like relate to him. So when he got his heart broken in the end, you kind of like feel for him, like, bro, I feel you, bro. It felt like that. Another one that broke my heart was Coco, which is the only non-romance movie that I've mentioned. It was just really sad. A film with a number in its title. 1917. Your favorite animated film? Inside Out and Spirited Away. A film you couldn't stop thinking about. Call Me By Your Name, Avengers Endgame, Hereditary, and Parasite. Obviously, I've moved on from them now, but when I first saw them, I couldn't stop thinking about them for like a couple of days. Yeah. A film set in the future. Her, right? Like, it's set in a non-distant future, right? And a lot of like space movies. Yeah, and also the MCU, the Phase 4 of MCU that's like set in 2023, right? And it's only 2021, so it's in the future. A film that scared you. Hereditary. I could not sleep properly for like 2 nights, I think, after watching that. I just couldn't stop thinking about Toni Collette. Like, that image of her walking or crawling on the ceiling looking like Spider-Man, that I couldn't get it out of my head. It was just so terrifying. A film that made you want to fall in love: Love, Rosie, The Notebook, and Brokeback Mountain. I don't know, I think my favorite trope is when two lovers love each other for a long time, like despite how many years have gone and despite how many trials that they've went through together, their feelings for each other never change. I like that. It's so romantic. Yeah. Your favorite film set in a fantasy world? The first thing that came into my mind was Lord of the Rings, but if I were to be honest with you, I haven't seen that, so I don't know. I can't think of anything else. MCU? Is that counted? Spirited Away, that's also fantasy. A lot of Studio Ghibli films are fantasy, so those two, yeah. A film that means a lot to you personally? Inside Out, definitely Inside Out. It's just so brilliant, and I could also relate to it, and it's smart, and it's a brilliant show, and I love it so much. And I sometimes, when I talk about it, I still cry. So I haven't actually rewatched it after all those years. I've only seen it once in my life, and I couldn't bring myself to rewatch it because I know that I'll cry again. It hurts too much. It's too real and way too relatable. I think I've also gone something similar to that when I was younger. So yeah. A film made by your favorite director. First of all, who is my favorite director? I also don't know. I also haven't figured that out yet. I don't know. A film that inspired you. 3 Idiots, Lady Bird, The Pursuit of Happiness, Mitchells vs. the Machines, and The Dark Knight Rises. If you're wondering why Mitchells vs. the Machines, it's because Katie, is that her name, the main character? Katie is an aspiring filmmaker, and that's also kind of my dream. And she was able to achieve that in the end. She was able to go to a film school in the end, and I'm so proud of her. You can just see how passionate she is with films, and that's just really inspiring for me. And with The Dark Knight Rises, that specific scene where Bruce was trying to get out of the cave or tunnel thing, that montage of him, really inspiring and insightful. A film that made you feel happy. Mamma Mia, Thor Ragnarok, and Luca. All 3 of those are just vibes. Your favorite superhero film? Basically Nolan's Batman trilogy, but if I have to pick one out of those 3, it would be The Dark Knight because of Joker, which is ironic because he's a villain, and we're talking about my favorite superhero film. But yeah, The Dark Knight is my favorite superhero film because of the villain. A film that changed your life. The Lighthouse, I think, because The Lighthouse was the very first art house-ish movie that I've seen. I've always liked watching movies, but back then I did not think about it too much. I just watch a movie and then move on from it. But now, obviously I geek out about it. I make videos about it. The Lighthouse introduced me to A24, and then because of A24 I was introduced to Letterboxd, and now this happened. So yeah, I became a cinephile because of The Lighthouse. So yeah. Film that you didn't want to end. I can't think of anything specific, but mostly, fun, lighthearted, just feel good type of movies, those type of movies. A film with a beautiful ending. Knives Out, The Dark Knight Rises, La La Land, Black Swan, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Your Name, A Ghost Story, Truman Show, Pursuit of Happiness. So yeah, so that's all of it. I did not think that it would be this quick, but yeah, it's 30 questions, so I also tried to make it quick as well. I did not ramble too much. So I guess that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching. Bye.